Hello, hello. April here with Aaliyah Creative, and I have a quick fun video for you today, a prompt video. I was finishing up my July mini Just Play journal in a mini composition notebook. And with these, I create my own prompts, and sometimes I really want to kick myself for the prompts that I come up with. Now, I don't have to use them all, but I do like to at least try. Today is a good example of when I had good intentions with the prompt, but when I created this, I really imagined that I would make something creative and amazing, but today is not that day, and it is okay. So, we are going to draw lips. That is the prompt. And so, after I got over myself, I did have fun with this prompt. I started out by drawing this kind of goofy, open mouth lips. Like, this is not normally the type of lips that I would draw. I don't usually draw them to show teeth. Just like when I smile naturally, I don't really like showing the teeth. Um, but yes, so that's where I'm at. And I just decided to go in and just try different lip shapes. Really just let it be a creative exercise, kind of a warm up for some of the other art that I was doing that day. So it is August now. And I also wanted to just chat a little bit as I draw here about how I am in a better place than I was, but I'm still not where I want to be. And that's frustrating to me because I'm really a person who wants to fix everything. I really want to be in control. There's a lot in my life that I am having to release control of, and it's really hard for me. I'm really struggling with the worry, fear, constantly trying to be in that place where you're survival mode, which is what I've lived in, I think, most of my life. And I'm really trying to recover from that and really put my mental health first. Sometimes that means releasing control of things. Even if I could do something to fix them, it's not always the best thing to do. While it might fix things in the short term, it can create some problems in the long run. I suffered a really bad case of burnout from my job that I did previously. I pushed myself way too hard in a job that I knew would take a mental toll on me. I knew that it wasn't something that I could do in the long term. It was just supposed to be temporary, but being me, I got caught up in it, really tried to do everything perfectly, to try to meet everyone's guidelines and expectations. And in that, it ended up with me ignoring a lot of warning signs, pushing myself too far, working on days when I could barely hold it together. And even though I did have a FMLA for my iron situation that I was having, because I was having to go and have like weekly iron transfusions, and those were having some side effects. I wasn't reacting to them really well. Having, oh my gosh, extreme fatigue. It was barely move out of the bed some days, a lot of the days. And I would still work, but there would be nothing left of me after that shift. Still try to do things and still try to find joy. And I just kept pushing and pushing and pushing. And my son tried to warn me because he could see the signs, but I was just being very stubborn. I did seek mental health care and I was getting that. I don't know, it wasn't that the therapy or the counseling was bad, it's just that because I am self aware, sometimes they're just telling me things that I already know, I've already tried. It isn't even that those things don't work for me, but it's that I'm seeking something more, something deeper. I'm not in therapy right now because I do need to find another therapist, but I have been doing a lot of self work and a lot of seeking enlightenment and trying to understand and allow healing. And I guess the universe worked for me because I thought that I was going to jump into summer and really just have this like fantastic summer. And on Memorial Day, I fell down the steps taking the trash out in the middle of the night and I broke my toe. So I was like completely not able to move or walk. And walking is very important to me, not just mobility of getting around, but actually physically getting outside in nature and walking is part of what really keeps me grounded. If I don't do that, I start to have a lot of exasperated mental health issues. So I always try to get that in. So I had to be really creative and I had to allow myself time to heal. So here I'm going in. I want to add some stickers. I remembered that I had some lip stickers in here that I never know what to do with. So I'm going to pull those out and stick them in. I just thought it would add something to the page and I could use up these stickers because that is one of my goals is to use the supplies I have, to use them up, to not hoard them. Yeah, back to that. It's kind of like, hey, you're going to have a fun summer. You're finally not working. You can enjoy it. And then, of course, things kind of went out of control with the broken toe and the healing. And then we had some major financial setbacks. I had worked really hard to get everything under control, and I had. And then we just had some things happen that put us right back in a place where it feels like we are struggling. And I know that it's temporary and I've overcome so much worse than this, but at the same time, it is a struggle. I really want to make these videos and share my art because I do believe that art has power to heal. I know that when I take the time to do things like this simple little journal prompt, I know that it does heal me. It does make a difference. And giving myself that time just to sit down and do something that I enjoy without the pressure of trying to make it perfect or beautiful or have all of my spreads be masterpieces. It is kind of like accepting myself how I am and allowing my creativity to flow. And I'm trying side lips here. Not great. I don't love that, but it was still fun to try that because I tend to do lips just from a front on pose. So it was fun to try these out. And then I did draw that lipstick there on the side because why not? Back to what I was talking about why I want to share these videos and share my art is to be a space for encouragement and for healing, to connect and let people know that even though things are sometimes hard, when you take time for yourself to heal and to do art, or if it's just watching someone else do art while you scribble on the page or journaling your feelings, that those things they do truly matter and they can truly make a difference. I'm glad now, even though we're in a different kind of struggle than I was when I was working and falling to pieces, it's still a positive thing, right? Even though there is a struggle here, even though there are days when my mind and my body don't do what I want them to do, there are also days where I find joy in the small things, which is something that I have been focusing on and working on all of this year, is enjoying the small mundane things, to maybe live a little bit slower, to be a little less caught up in consumption, of course, except when it comes to art supplies, because I can always justify that. But no, really, right now, using the supplies that I have, finding joy in them, pulling out supplies that I don't normally work with, or stickers that have been purchased and sitting in a drawer for years, just being able to use those up, create something, just to know that I'm creating something. And in any of these videos, just sharing that with you, hoping that it connects with someone, that it brings someone some sort of joy or connection, just an understanding that you're not alone, even if you feel like you're alone. There are lots of us here that are struggling and wanting to have more and to be in a different place than we're in now, especially when the world, at least to me, it feels hard and cold and wrong. I'm really trying to look for the good and to see the good, but in a healthy, realistic way, not in a just kind of like this prompt I made for myself. And if you're interested in some more of my prompt videos, I definitely am happy to share these. Some of them, like this one, are a bit of a challenge to me, and others turn out really great. Sometimes I really create something shocking that I enjoy and love, and other times it's just a page of lips. Just a page of lips because why not? But I do the Just Play journals in the large composition notebooks that I alter, and then also in the smaller composition notebooks. I've also started making charms for the bigger ones the last couple of months, and that's been really fun. I made a candy wrapper shaker charm. Then it didn't turn out perfect, but I'm still happy with it. So if you do want to see any of the journal charms, just comment below, let me know. And if this journal, if this video, if this prompt, if anything that I've had to say resonates in any way with you, then this may be a good place for you. It may be a good fit for you. And I would love to have you come along on my journey. And I'd love to be a part of your journey, whatever that may be, into just creativity and life and getting through the hard days and having joy and having life that is fulfilling and meaningful. Join, do a little like and a subscribe. It really does make such a difference for my small channel. And I'd love to hear your comments below. What do you like working with prompts? Because I am kind of the prompt queen. Like, I wrote a book about prompts. A book of prompts is where you do the prompts, but I also like not following the rules of the challenges and the prompts. And it's kind of like when I make these prompts in this journal, I have the expectation that I don't have to do all the prompts. Like, I don't have to finish one. If there's one that truly just doesn't speak to me, I don't have. And now I've started adding like a bonus section where I give myself these pointless, invisible bonus points for doing maybe more challenging prompts or prompts that are using supplies that I don't like. And I give myself like these fake bonus points that don't mean anything. But yeah, it's a fun thing to do. And prompts, when you don't know where to get started, are a great way. And this journal is all finished up. So stay tuned because I'll be doing a full flip through on it soon for you. And here we are. We're all finished up with this one, just putting on a couple of little finishing touches. But I'm so glad that you were able to join me today. And all that's left to do is just to mark off the prompts from our little prompt list that I created here in the very front. And don't forget, I do have a free course that will be coming up where it'll walk you through the entire process and theory and how to create your own tiny journal using my Just Play prompt system. Have a great day. Bye.